This is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, this is Stan Schofield, and I'm inviting all of my KWK family and my family to watch Church Without Walls, 11 o'clock on Mondays, for the greatest and latest show around. Thank you.
I'm Cynthia Lee Shang, and you're watching Church Without Walls on New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we go. Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time. We are here to enlighten you. We're here to have an open dialogue with the community and to let you know that you is a part of the show. The show was designed with you in mind. So please understand that this show is for you. Dr. William and I, we are here every Monday morning. My name is Charles Stewart, and also co-host by the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams. And we're here every Monday morning to have a conversation with the people throughout the community and throughout the country. We always like to remind our viewing and listening audience that you are the church. So you is a part of this. And that we can ask you to call your friend, download that app, www. New Orleans Talk Network. We also on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So we asking that you give us a call if you like to get in on the conversation. 1-563-999-1808. And Dr. William and I, if we can't answer your question, we promise you we would have an answer for you next week. But we definitely want the community to get involved. That's our reason for being here. We want to make our parish, our city, and our country a better place to live. And today is April the 12th, a beautiful day outside and a beautiful sunshiny day. And I always say every day is a beautiful day. And we thank God that He allowed us to come into your home or to your automobile, to your office, wherever you may be viewing the show or listening. We want you to know that we appreciate you, and we're going to continue to do the thing that we believe that will better our community. And we give our sympathy to all the good people throughout the world and throughout the city and throughout Jefferson Parish who have lost a loved one. I found out on the way to the show this morning, a good friend of mine that I had known for a long time, he had passed away, and I had a conversation with his son this morning. Him and I talked a long time about the man that his father was, what his father meant to him. So we want to tell everybody out there that if your mother still living or your father still living, enjoy them and let them know how much you appreciate them, because when they gone, they gone. And that people always say, I wish my mom was here. Well, those that have a mother that's here already, appreciate them, love them, and whatever you can do to help them, because our mother and father, they need us. Sometimes they won't even tell us, but they need us. So today is open mic for those that want to be a part of the show, and for those that would like to have some input. And we have an open mic. As many of y'all know that the trial's still going on. I think this is the third week that the George Floyd trial has been going on. And we're going to start the show, getting the input and talk about how the trial going. Some people that I talk with, they see it one way and some see it another way, but I think that those lawyers have put out those DAs seem like to me that they've been well prepared to deal with all the experts. I mean, Dr. William, I don't know how much the case that you have been watching, and what your opinion is, how you think the case is progressing so far.
Well, some of the witnesses that came on for George Floyd, and we've got some witnesses that are against. But as you see, even this morning, this cardiologist, who is called Eric Everett, was discussing some of the things that they're trying to say about George Floyd as far as his heart. And the cardiologist says he sees nothing that he can validate that George Floyd had a weak heart, or that he had dope or something that was causing him to have a cardiac arrest or something like that. Then the other thing I found out is that why did they not take a picture of his heart to find out if something was actually going wrong with him in that area? So, attorneys can actually make an untruth a truth depending on how they pose a question. And you got sometimes where they'll ask you for a yes or no answer. But all the time, you can't give a yes or no answer. Sometimes you have to explain why you saying yes or why you saying no. And so they're taking a lot of those things into consideration. And, even pertaining to George Floyd, there are some things that happened that should not have happened. As a matter of fact, when you given the fact that you had almost six police or more out there doing this process, I mean, one of them should have had enough patience to say, hey, he's down, we got him handcuffed or whatever the situation is, and somebody should have had some kind of control out there, whether it was whether you were under authority of somebody else or whatnot. Somebody should have had some kind of control to alleviate some of the things that were happening to George Floyd. But nobody stood up. It's like everybody was, of their own opinion or following the leadership of whoever was in charge. So there are some things that actually need to be considered as far as what happened to George Floyd. They're trying to prove that his heart was bad, and so this cardiologist this morning said he see no evidence to initiate a process that something was wrong with George Floyd's heart. He was a basketball player. In order to be out there on the basketball court, you got to be able, your heart got to be able to receive the oxygen that you're breathing and everything else. He talks about the veins that's in George Floyd's neck. They wasn't protruding or anything of that nature. So you got a lot of things that need to be considered. I grant you that the attorney for the for the police are going to try and make every claim that they can to show that the police officer was not at fault for what's happening. But you got so much things that are happening right now that are catching the eyes of people that never caught the eyes of people before. So now it's a scrutiny. How do we deal with this? How do we justify this? How do we correct some of the things that are going wrong right now? How do we correct that? The process is being administered to, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time for it to correct it. So it's a process right now.
Okay, well, Dr. William, from the way I see it, this started, I think maybe, I want to say 3-4 years ago,
No,
when the president said, "What you seeing, fake news."
Mm-hmm.
So the defense have the job of convincing the jury and the people in this country that what you seen it really was fake. It's not real, and that although people around the world seen that, and they realized that out of the 12 juries, that all they need to do is convince one person on that jury.
Make it a hung jury.
Yeah, to make it a hung jury that what y'all seen is not really true. First of all, the first week of the trial, the defense attorneys, they alleged that the crowd excited the officer, made him do what he do. They were scared of the crowd. And come to find out, they really had no big crowd. They had little kids out there,
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, if he would have been scared of the crowd, I think George probably still would be living. He wasn't afraid, because every time somebody made an effort to try to make him get off of George's neck, the other little cop there,
interfering with officer process.
Yeah, he made him back off. So so that was their first in the beginning of the first week. They said the crowd incited the officer to do that, and then so that didn't seem to go so well. So they moved to now. I think Dr. William, they saying that that George, you said that they said maybe it was hard. Now one has suggested that. I think the first week, if I'm saying it correctly, they said the crowd excited the officer to do it. In the second week, they said that he had too many drugs in the system. Now they saying this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
So so Dr. William, they have to find something. I guess those defense attorneys. I guess when you throw something out there, I guess they trying to see what would work. And what the jury may believe, and I think they trying to throw the bait out there to see what they think would stick. And so far, they haven't found nothing to stick.
Think about it like this.
Dr. William, hold your thought. We're going to take a station break, and then Dr. William can come back with your comment. We have to take a station break, but we're gonna be right back. You are listening, and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth. We just stand up and fight, walk into the light. We're the people, we can do it if we try.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
This is Charles Stewart,
and the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running.
We are back. You are listening. You are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time. Dr. Reverend Anthony Williams is the host along with Charles Stewart. So every Monday morning we here, and we always tell our viewers and listeners, you're welcome to get in on the conversation. And most of our shows is a open dialogue, you know, that you can get in on the conversation. I mean, this show always tell the listener that this show was designed with you in mind, and that you the one who make the show. Dr. William and I, we provide a topic for you, and you provide a conversation. So, Dr. William, before we took a break, you were getting ready to make a comment?
Well, we do know one thing, that the defense attorney has to draw a picture to make everything seem wrong, incorrect, and make whatever the officer did seem right. And they're basically going right now through a due process of law, and they're talking about everything that actually happened. When you talk about excited crowd, the crowd was excited. That should not have affected the police decision on how to handle that particular situation. Because, you know, granted or not, the police do go under training on how to handle any given situation that they find themselves in.
Yeah.
So that means that if that is actually a fact, that they go through some type of training, they should be able to use the training that they have to secure a person, rather than using undue process or undue force to handle a person. Now, you know, take into consideration, was it 6 policemen and 1 individual? And if you had 6 policemen and 1 individual, I mean, 6 people could handle 1 man, especially if they've had training in different areas on how to handle a person. So you take that into consideration, and you take the fact that the police officers, are they protected under sovereign immunity? And if they are protected under sovereign immunity, does that make whatever they do right and whatever a citizen do wrong? You should know how to handle that in that type of situation. And to my opinion is that if a person is doing something, whether they be an official or whoever, if they've done something that is wrong, then should we give them the right even though they're wrong? Should due process make them right when they're wrong? And is there something within that sovereign immunity that says that the police cannot use, undue arrest to put a person into captivity, to put that person, to take that person's rights away from them because they are a citizen and because they are a high official. We have to look at the situation, because in every rule that people write, there is a way that you can get out of it if you read the law correctly and administer it to where it should be done. When the laws are written, they're written with some loopholes in them. And these loopholes might tell you that you can do this except this. You can do it, but this could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go back and look at the way the laws have been written, we should be trying to administer the law justly, not unjustly. And so some of the things that have happened with George Floyd, and even breaking news this morning, there was a military captain that was brutally attacked by some Virginia officers, and they were fired on the spot. Now that tells me that an official in control is looking at the law, and the official said, we're not going to have this happening to our citizens
Right.
in the state because of the way they handle the situation. They're wrong, and he fired them on the spot. The Attorney General, so they fired them on the spot. So,
Right.
so you have to have people that are in force and has that authority to administer justice, not only to the police officer, but also to the citizens who are being arrested by police officers, and the way that the police officers are handling those individuals. I mean, just because they say that the officer, the military officer, would not stop in an unlighted place, he waited till he got to a filling station and pulled over. And they pepper sprayed him.
Right.
You know, now he's asking them, why are you stopping me? Now the police officers, they have authority and right on their side. Let's give it to it as it is. But you don't have a right to abuse an individual because you stop.
Right.
Person said, asked you a question, why are you stopping? Telling him why are you stopping. He said that he didn't have a sufficient license plate. Well, the truck was new, so the license plate was in the back of the truck. That's where you can see it.
Right.
So what's the problem? You stopping him for the wrong reason. Now, if you were stopping him because he ran a red light or something like that, ran a stop sign, whatever, then you're within your right to stop him. But after you stop him and he act, the person is questioning you as to why did you stop me?
Mm-hmm.
Give him an explanation on why you're stopping him.
Okay.
Okay, and make that valid. So what are happening now with police officers who believe that they're protected under sovereign immunity, then that doesn't give them the right to mishandle an individual. It doesn't give them that right.
Mm. But you know, Dr. Wade, listen to you talking there, you know how different cases happen, and you talking about the one in Virginia. Dude, what you think about, Dr. William, like, I don't know, it's been several years ago. That started, when this guy, George Zimmerman, killed this young man, Trayvon Martin. He was able to get off out of that case. So I think every cop think that they can do the same thing. The country is like a copycat. Don't care what it is. You don't care how you see it. It's a copycat. In other words, it can be pro football. You've seen football. You see a team running. There used to be a famous playing football where the sweep right, like they called the Green Bay Packers, had that famous sweep. So every team tried to copy that. Then it went on to San Francisco. They created an offense called the West Coast offense. Real. Every other team want to do that. So. And it happened, a team started in basketball, started the fast break, and other team wanted to do the same thing. So it helped me in main society too, Rev, that when those George Zimmerman was able to get off for killing this young man, the cop, what I guess you can say the association that the cops have, they have some good lawyers. They have some good damn lawyers, and they've been able, almost every case they have, they've been able to get off on that road. What the problem is now is that everybody got a camera now. It's like, you see anything go down, you just about got a footage. You got videos of it. And these cops saying, well, although you see it, we not wrong. And like I said, Rev, you trained to be a cop. And I don't think that no cop was trained to kill nobody. They trained to bring law and order. That would be a job, right?
Well, I think what the police need to realize, are they right when they administer justice fraudulently against a person? I mean, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
If a citizen is wrong, then he should be handled for it. But
right.
If an officer is wrong, he should be handled for it.
Right.
I mean, you something you said triggered something in my mind, and I thought about Jesus at the cross. Look at what happened. You had people around the cross. You had Jews who knew that this was the Savior of the world, and he had come to seeking to save that which was lost. But on the same token, the Jews took and put certain people in certain places, so that, say you got 8 people around the cross in a circle, and stood holler, crucify him. It gets to me, and I holler, crucify him. So now you've got a circle of people saying the same thing. Then pretty soon, who's ever in your area is going to start to respond to what you respond. So then you've got a whole circle of people who are saying crucify him.
Yeah.
Whether they know that he's right or no. But the enchantment of the people incite the other people to cause problems. But a police officer is supposed to be trained on how to have compassion and how to be he's got to protect himself. I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. He's got to protect himself.
Right.
But on the same token, if you've got people, everybody's hollering, crucify him, crucify him, crucify him. You got people that are videoing what's happening. The video is going to speak for themselves.
Right.
Because you can't say you didn't do something when the video caught you doing it. Mm-hmm. So at this point right now, with the high tech in society, is opening an avenue for people to see the wrong and the right. So but now you when you get into court, you got attorneys who will ask you a question and they want a yes or no answer. But it isn't always a yes or no answer. There are details that goes along with that yes or with that no.
Right.
And then so you use those details to project whether a person is right or wrong in that decision process.
Right.
Because everybody has a right to make a decision, but you have to make a justifiable situation.
Right.
To portray what is actually happening with that individual. And that's something that has been overlooked for years because there was nothing to validate whether they did right or whether they did wrong.
Right.
But now it's being revealed, and there's nothing that they can do about it.
Yep. But they don't want you to believe what your eyes seen, and that went on for the last 4 years. The president tell a lie. They said, well, he didn't mean it, he didn't understand it. And don't believe what you seen with your eyes. We got to take another break. Mm-hmm. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. You'd like to give us a call, 501-563-999-1808. We'll be right back.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth.
Hi, I'm I'm Christine Penn, and NOLA, I want you to get ready for an all-new talk experience, Women of Significance, on the New Orleans Talk Network. Each week, we're covering new topics, new guests, new trends, and message of the day with me, your host, Christine Penn. So NOLA, tune in each week on the New Orleans Talk Network, where we use our voice with power, with purpose.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning again. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams and Charles Stewart. We here on this beautiful Monday morning in April. This month is almost getting by, Dr. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought yesterday was January, man, and it's April already. And I had a birthday coming up next month, and so many beautiful people that having birthday. Seems like somebody had a birthday in January, and then February. Now we in April. I said, Lord, how much we getting away from here quick, Doc. We can't. After you get a certain age, you can't hold that time back. But anyway, we are here today, and we want to Rev. I guess we can pause some famous people, you know, rappers. You know, DMX, the famous rapper. The Prince. The guy, he lived, 99 years already?
Yeah.
99 years old, you know, and that's unheard of, but he truly was blessed to be on this earth for 99 years, and so many others that we know and love one, but we are here, God have let us be here, you know, Dr. Williams, and we here trying to add our 3 cents and 2 cents to making our parish and our state and the world a better place. And Dr. Williams and I, we playing our part, and we ask the people to join in with us and help us make our world a better place for us to live in. Dr. Williams, we have been talking about the trial, and in a trial where you unveil the just and the unjust. I think this morning, the defense made some kind of motion, Dr. Williams, up on what you were talking about, what went down in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, and they had another incident happened. I don't know what happened in Atlanta, 41, where they killed the police this morning.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they killed the police and got killed, and 2 others in critical condition in the hospital. So the defense attorney is saying the jury may get to see all that, and that would enhance their thinking how they would judge. So I think they want the judge to start the trial all over and get rid of that jury And I guess and do a process again. I don't know if the jury would allow it. At least I don't think he would, because I mean, I never heard tell like, because what happened in another state, and they said that could cloud the jury mind. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But it's so much going on, Rev, and they trying to change the laws. I mean, I was telling a friend of mine last night.
So let me ask you something. Do you think it's profitable for each state to have their own laws on how they will govern the activity of police officers and how they will handle voting rights in that state? Or do you think that there should be a across the board way that everything should be done for the United States, since we are a unit as far as the United States is concerned? Do you think, and the listeners out there, if you can call in and voice your opinion on that, would be a better device if there was 100% unity as far as the law is concerned on how each governor would handle the voting in their state? Or should it be each governor handle it according to what he deemed necessary within that state?
Well, I mean, I can't answer yes or no, but I can give you my opinion. And if you would say every state could make their own laws, so you take a state like, say, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi. Well, their views from New York is different. Say like New York, they for voter right. Okay, you take like Alabama, and I think what they got going on in Atlanta, Georgia, they whoever in power, they gonna set the laws around according to what cater to them. And I think that if you let every individual state set their own laws, they're going to cater them to laws that they can take advantage of. I can't see why a person in line, and maybe, like a person in line, been standing there in line for 12 hours, you can't get them a bottle of water and a sandwich. They say you can't do that.
Well, if you look at that and think about it like this, if a person's going to give me a bottle of water with a candidate name on it, or a sandwich in a bag with a candidate name on it, then I'm trying to persuade that person to vote for that candidate.
Right.
But if I'm just bringing you a plain sandwich in a plain wrapper or a plain bottle of water, then I don't see anything wrong with that.
Right.
Because you're basically... we're all public servants, whether you want to agree or not. We're public servants. The police officers are public servants. The judges are public servants. So you're there to serve the public.
Right.
So what's wrong with serving the public?
Right.
Is something wrong with that?
No. Oh. But see, I like to say, you can abide in the law, for instance, like you just said. If a person in line and they say they need a bottle of water, they need a sandwich or what have you, and you go in there and give them, say I'm running for office, you give them a bottle of water with Charles Stewart on there. Well, your intent is to influence that person, hey, what about your bottle of water, vote for me. But I think now they could have guidelines that you can have, a person can give you some water. A person can give you a bottle of water, but he can't have label, nobody picture and label on there. I mean, you can have restrictions because if a candidate buy water and put his name on there, well, he had to get some company to
put it.
Yeah, he had to put a label on there. So I agree with you 100%. That shouldn't be. But on the other hand, Dr. Williams, hard as it was to get the right to vote. I mean, people died for to get the right to vote. And a lot of people suffer. Seems like to me, instead of making it harder, they should make it easier. For instance, I don't think a person is, to me, it's downright low down and dirty for to make someone 80, 90 years old to stand in the doggone line. You know, don't care who it is, they should make it easy, except for instance, like say Morrell Road here. In Morrell Road, they people go vote. They got 7 different areas. Now, who I go vote at, I can truly say, I think in what the polling place where I go vote at, I think they got just in that building alone, they got 3 different areas that they serve the people. They got 3 machines in there. 3 different areas you can go, and I think each one of them areas have so many machines. Now, if you got an area rep, just like anything else, it's say like if you say you have a church gathering, say you got a church anniversary, and you expecting church anniversary 1,000 people to come, so you're gonna prepare food and put out tables for 1,000 people. You ain't gonna put out on table for 100, cause people got to get in line. People gonna be there, so. I think that the commissioner and the governor, if they had any kind of heart at all, they would make it easy. I mean, how many people, like you expect to vote in this area?
It's think that you do have laws in place, but are the polling commissioners allowing those laws to work? I mean, think about it like this: a person knows that there are long lines out there where they're going to vote. Especially if they're sick or they know they have to take medicine or something, then they should bring their medicine with them, put a little pack and bring a bottle of water or something, or they know that they have to eat at a certain time. Bring you a little sandwich if you're going to stand in the line or something like that. That would alleviate that problem. That's the other side of that coin,
But to me, Rev, they shouldn't have to be no. You go to Walmart, and you walk in Walmart, they might have 2 lines open, but let that line start to pile. You see cashiers come from everywhere.
Yeah.
To wait on people. And that's the way election be, from my understanding, I never had no problem, being in a long line. I think the most problem I ever had, maybe they might have had 15, 20 people in front of me, and the line moved real quick. But now some people claim they done been in line for an hour and something. Thank God I never had standing in line that long. And some people say like certain areas they go to, it don't have no line. They have it at the polling place. They say where the rich people stay. Now I can't say if that's true or not. But where the people, wealthy people live at, the line move quick, and maybe, I was saying, well, maybe the reason why the line be short, they have so many people that done mail their ballot in, and that, for this particular precinct, that might be, I don't know the reason why the line be short, and I don't even know the time. But anyway, we have a call on line 1. Call on line 1. Go ahead on, caller.
Caller, you're still there? Can't hear you. Speak a little louder. Well, I can hear something going on your line.
Hello, caller.
Well, caller, some seem like we lost you, but could you call right back? The engineers in the tech room will be listening for your call. Give us a call right back.
What we're gonna do, Dr. William, we're gonna take our final station break for the day, and hope that we can get our caller back on the line. So you are listening, watching Church Without Walls, and call us back.
Yo, Mom, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth. You just stand up and fight.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 70072. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, I'm Prophetess Charlene Duforce.
And I'm Bishop Carol Duforce Sr.
And we're from Living Witnesses Ministries.
And we also have a program on the internet called Living by the Word Daily. And we're seen every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Central Time on the New Orleans Talk Network.
And we would like to invite you to tune in with us every Wednesday morning. Again, 11 to 12 noon Central Daylight Time. Please join us as we teach the Word of God. Thank you and God bless.
God bless you.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth.
You don't want to come around and head out with you. We are back. You are listening and to Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams and Charles Stewart. We here every Monday morning, 11 to 12. Do we have our caller back on line one? Dr. Williams, we don't have the caller. Dr. Williams, it got a lot of things that going on, and one thing that they've been circling, I guess we can deal with some local stuff here, been circling on the internet and also on Facebook that the Republican Party is supporting Troy Carter, and they have asked that everyone that Republican and Donald Trump supporter, please help them support Troy Carter. So with saying that to say this, do you believe that is somebody putting that out there to suppress the vote?
What I would suggest, Charles, is that the public would do their due diligence. When I'm saying due diligence, that they would do their research to see who supports what and who is not in support of what, and make a sound decision on whether you feel that that person is going to be able to help the community, or whether they're going to just out there to get some votes, to get the people to vote for them. Because let's just be honest about it. Politicians basically say what you want to hear to get your vote, and we understand that no one politician is able to do anything by himself. He's got to be a people person to work along with others to get other people to support what he's trying to do. So you have to do your due diligence to find out what that person has done, what they are doing, and what they're capable of doing. So you want to look at the mannerism, the behavior, and the character of that person to determine whether you're going to vote for them because you feel that they're going to be an asset to the community, or they're just out there for themselves to try and get power to do whatever they needed to do in office. Those are some things that we have to look at.
But do you feel by this? Somebody's saying that that Trump and the Republican Party supporting Troy Carter. Do you believe that somebody putting that out there for to suppress the vote, that people don't vote for Troy?
Well, it's not so much as suppressing the vote, because what it comes down to is that people need to be looking at Troy Carter to see what Troy Carter has done. They need to be looking at Karen Carter to see what she has done, to see how she has been an activist in the community, or whether she's going against a lot of things that we're trying to correct right now, whether he's going against a lot of stuff that we're trying to correct right now, and that will help us to make a good decision. So you've got to look at them and see what they're capable of doing.
But that is something that people don't do, though, Doc.
I don't have control of that. You don't have control of
that.
Yeah.
People deal with sound bites and what they hear, like.
Well,
you said that in your sermon yesterday. You hear certain things, people follow their lead, and I just think that someone asked me what did I think about it. I think that there's some people that kind of suppress the vote. I mean, like, when a candidate may not have certain people may not be going to vote for them, and people run polls and they understand that, so what they would do, if they ain't going to vote for me, I don't want to vote for nobody. So like if you were going to vote for me, and somebody tell you voting for Charles, and you say, yeah, well, man, did you know Charles was dating your cousin's wife? So that would make you say, well, I ain't going to vote for him, so you don't vote for nobody.
Well, no, that wouldn't make me, because first of all, I have to know whether that's facts or fiction.
Yeah, but everybody, that's you. Everybody don't see that way. People
put stuff on the news. They put stuff on news media, and a lot of the stuff that you see on the what do they call it? The news, not the news media. What they call Facebook, the social media. A lot of people are putting stuff on social media that's not really true, but it's somebody's opinion. Now, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. Look at what that person have done in the community, whether they was an activist in the community or they just out there trying to get a vote just to get in power to accomplish what they want to accomplish.
Yeah, like most of the people don't even know nothing about either candidate. But they go on their sound bites, and I was a bit surprised that when a guy was asking me about it, what was my opinion, and I told him, I said, well, people do anything. I say, whoever that is, they know that a lot of African Americans not a great fan club of Donald Trump. But you'd be surprised who are Donald Trump. I know if people realize or not. Donald Trump got 10% of the African American vote. So, they have some people that think the way they want to think. But in this case, I just thought that the person that Republican Party, that normally when they send out something like that, they send it out in a letter, personal letter to their people. They realize that, say if people that support Mr. Carter, and they realize they go public, the Republican, well, that may turn on some people, but it turn off more people than it turn on.
Well, think about it like this. You put Donald Trump out there, or you just putting Donald Trump name out there because you got some people that follow Donald Trump, so those people they're gonna vote for you. Those are.
But if you put it out there in social media, my point that I'm making is, do that turn on more people for you or against you?
It could, and it could not. It could, and it could not.
Yeah, you're rolling the dice.
Yeah. So based upon what's happening in your community, you know whether this person is an activist in your community and for your community that will allow you to make the right vote.
Well, anyway, Dr. William, we done first spent our time for this March the 12th. April 12th. Our time for done went by so fast today, but we thank everyone for watching it and listening, and we hope that something that was brought up today that would help you and improve the quality of life. And we want to let the people know that this upcoming election is important. It's going to be, they got a couple of weeks away. And it's very, very important that you vote. And people say it's going to be a low voter turnout. That it could be, I think they only had 14 or 18% or whatever people showed up. And they expect it to be maybe 10% this time. So you being at 10%. And you make sure you vote for the candidate of your choice. And you tell your friend to go vote because your vote do count. And Dr. William always say, if you don't vote, your vote don't count.
That's exactly right. And also want to add to this that Bethesda House of Prayer service start at 9:30 in the morning. We welcome y'all to come and visit. Just come and visit. We're asking you to join. Just come visit and see what's going on. Service start at 9:30. The broadcast opens up at 10 o'clock. So if you get here for 10 o'clock, you're still on time. At 7601 West Bank Expressway. Can't miss it.
Okay, Reb, that'll do it for today. Y'all be careful, stay safe, and still obey the law. Still wear your mask and stay your distance.
And remember what we say. There's no such thing as being half dead.
If you're dead, you're dead. Enjoy your rest of the week. God bless you.
Seems like everyone